our son. Patinath, our son, he is kind of missing, and he searches continuously where his son is. And he's not able to find his son. And he says, okay, let me not find him, at least let me find what he has got. And he goes and finds things, and he had got only baskets of cow dung cake. In the cow dung, they make a cake kind of thing, which is used for a lot of medicines, herbs, or making the gas stove, biogas, or even vibhuti, lot of things. So it's a herbal thing, but we don't use it normally, and it's a very cheap, very, very cheap thing. Nobody will use it. So father gets so angry that not only that my son is not coming to see me, he is sending me a message that he'll bring cow dung cake, and he gets so ferocious. He throws the cow dung cake. When he throws the cow dung cake, it just opens up and lots of diamonds are there. And simply he goes and takes the diamond, and he's so excited. Oh my God, my son is not only he's learned the business, he also learned how to take care of the wealth. I'm so proud of my son. He runs to the house, takes everything, runs to the house, and asks his wife where he is. His wife says, this is the slip of paper that he left, and he left also. So he reads in the slip. It's actually in Tamil, I'm translating. It says, not even a broken needle, a needle without hole, even that will not come with you when you die. That's all it says to the father. Clearly a message that whatever the greed that father had, a big completion happened. The father literally renounced everything, and he walks out as a great saint. And he goes on, start living that great life and applying the higher knowledge into his self and standing up, and he finally gets the enlightened space. So the whole thing Swamiji is giving us how to practically live it. In practical word, Swamiji beautifully says, the mind creates the identity. The identity that you hold does not even exist. So if you have a desire, if you have a fear, if you ask the question, you don't know yourself, then how do you know who is having the fear? How do you know what is your desire? What is your goals? What is your purpose? If we ask that question, how do we answer that? It's a beautiful question Swamiji asked. He asked a question that you don't know who you are. When you don't know who you are, the being that you are, and if you're telling me you have a desire, you have a fear, you have a health issue, you have financial issue, doesn't that really sound silly? Because first thing, you don't know who you are. He also tells a beautiful happening in his life where he sits with a kid, a small 3-year-old kid, where he pulls the toy out from the kid. The kid cries, and again he gives the toy. Again the kid is happy and fine, and he pulls the toy again. Again the kid cries, and then he gives back the toy. Again he pulls the toy from the kid third time and screams so much. He understood the toy was the kid's identity. When the identity is pulled out, the fear just comes and screams like that. So for a child, the position she's holding in around her is the identity that she has. But by and by, the mind creates the identity, and we fall into that identity as our life and go on feeding desire, go on feeding all the fear, all the incompletion, everything, and start living out of the identity which not even there. Where is the identity? If you look at the source, he says a beautiful example. A pot with water is reflecting the sun. It is a reflection of the sun in the pot. If there is no sun, there is no reflection in the pot. But the pot thinks, hey, I am the pot. I have all the greatest truth in me. I am going to function. But where is the pot without the sun's ray? It doesn't even realize that the sun's ray into the pot of water is the reality. The ocean, the wave thinks, hey, I'm going to build a castle for myself. Here are the stones. Wave forgets it is the ocean. Before he realizes, he's already merged in the ocean. If the wave creates again and again the reality, it is of no use. The ocean is the reality. Wave just happens as the ocean's extension, but it does not have independent intelligence or independent idea. Such beautiful space, when we merge into Paramashiva, when the identity is gone, then what else is there? The Paramashiva, 25 states which are happening, 25 actions, I should say, which are happening to raise the 25 states of consciousness. Which is the reality? The Kala, the Kali, complete restfulness. There is no identity inside. That is the true identity. We are getting merged. That getting merged, we are like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. We are going to be merged in such a way we are woken up from this reality. What we understood, nothing is going to disappear. Everything is going to be there. We are going to wake up to the higher reality of existence. How the existence happens in us. How the 25 actions happens in our space. If we go on running behind the desire, the fear, the incompletion, the pain, the health issue, wealth issue, we are only stopping it from happening. The more and more we run towards outside goal, we are just chasing something, a shadow which doesn't even exist. One more beautiful example Swamiji gives, the laser beam. The laser beam from different angle is projected to make a sun. And the sun is, till the laser beams are happening, crisscrossing, the sun is there. The minute laser beam is switched off, the sun disappears. Exactly what happens in us. We project, the mind projects all the incompletion and projects a you, and you think that is you and start functioning. The minute all the energy is taken off, the sun just dies and it does not exist. Again, it has to be born when the laser beams are put up. Otherwise, it does not have existential reality. It's not that we don't exist. We don't exist the way we understand we exist. We exist in quantum. We exist in the higher reality, higher purpose. Then we become eternal. We exist as eternal. That is what Swamiji said. The Meenakshi, Kamakshi, she comes to Kanchi. The first linga is in Kamakshi. The beautiful linga is the Kanchipuram in the south of India, near Tiruvannamalai, where the Meenakshi comes, Kamakshi comes, and she adds the bioenergy, the bio-memory and muscle memory. The sun and the moon both have gone to the highest limit. Like when amoeba became fish, fish became turtle, turtle became dinosaur or whatever. All that which happened, now it came to a level, something has to happen beyond the human. That is the divine space. So Meenakshi gets the third eye of Paramashiva and holds in the heat of her body and installs in the human body as consciousness, as awareness. That's why we have to decide, even though it's happening in the macrocosm, whatever Swamiji says, even though it is happening in the cell level, but it has to happen in our conscious level. And very rare is the human birth. Very, very, very rare is the human birth, that we have got a gift. And in that gift, we have got all these information to take our greatest leap for us to manifest the reality. Here, if we listen deeply into us and start contemplating all these truths with the 25 actions that Swamiji has given, and not let the mind take over to a forming identity. Instead, contemplate on these higher truth again and again and again, and chant the Mahavakya, play the Mahavakya wherever you are, because again and again it is saying that you are ultimate possibility. Ultimate, it is happening. Even as a medical science, in your body, there is atoms which are in the Big Bang according to the science itself, which is happening zillions of years ago. So even in our body, the possibility becomes zillion, multi-fold. Then what would be projected in outer world? It would be the same zillion possibility in the outer world. I can create whatever I want: wealth, health, happiness. Bhishma created time itself. From that, he created time and he was able to extend it as he wants before he died. So you can create anything you want from the space of Paramashiva. For being in the space of Paramashiva, first we need to understand these components and contemplate, internalize. Just listening, yes, that's beautiful, but internalize and contemplate that. Talk to somebody on that. Do Vakya Sadas, and then start sharing with as many people as possible, whatever level cognition you have, so that you will make their reality. By making their reality, you make your reality. Because that's how we exist. When we go and tell people four things that we believe, then that becomes our belief and our trust. So going on sharing, that's why Swamiji says, go and share every time. Whenever we share, we shift in us. So these higher truth, the click comes when you really share and really talk to people. Hey, this is what I think it is. This is what Swamiji means. And literally that time you'll get a click. I'll say, oh, one more, I got it. I just got it. I was thinking, where is the zillion years coming from? Really, we got it because the atom which was in Big Bang is still sitting in our body. That means zillions of years is right now happening as scientific says itself. So we are living for zillions of years. We forget the now, the gap between the thought, the greatest possibility that exists every moment. Without the past, it is happening. Just now, in the now, they cannot be past, they cannot be future, nothing. Only thing we have to decide to live that. That is the courage. No taking the past and being in the comfort zone, breaking the comfort zone and being in the now, current, again and again. Hey, Swamiji will show me. Hey, Swamiji will manifest. Hey, Swamiji will do it. Constantly, the Smarnartha Mukti. Guru is there for us to manifest any reality. Why worry? Why get into incompletion? You stay in the now, again and again, without worry, without incompletions, and then you will simply see yourself flowering. So let's take 5 minutes with this higher truth and higher cognition that Swamiji has given now. Let's write down our conflict and look in deeply. If you said you have a problem, who is having the problem? First, who are you to have a problem defined? Find the who are you. Like Swamiji cut his thigh and he was going about asking why the pain is coming to his guru. His guru said, don't look at the pain which is paining. Look at the person who is even created, which has a pain. Who's that person asking this question? Go to the source of that person. Suddenly you realize the person itself not there. Then how can pain be there? The person itself is disappeared. So where is that? If I stop the laser beam, the sun itself is gone. So where do I talk about sun having a problem and there is a blind spot or black spot or a sun is not projected properly? The sun itself is not there. You are itself not there. Then what are we talking about? Then who are we? How are we perceiving all of these things? What's happening in us? Look at the deeper signs of you with these 25 things. We are deluded. For example, we have a financial problem. We create that worry. And that worry project the identity of wealth issue and not letting you to manifest wealth. So if I remove that worry, the wealth incompletion in you cannot be there because the worry is not there. So where is the identity? Identity of that is not there. It is dissolved. So see the laser beam which is creating the whole sun, what you are projected as you, especially with your incompletion. Dissolve that main mind in that, the incompletion. It will not project the identity. Where is the identity? You lost yourself. You don't have the identity. Whatever you are excited or you are pained, look at both sides and please write down all the faces and see where is that you exist. Who are you? Where are you existing? If the everything beam is switched off, then what are you? What is happening to you? So just look in, complete with a beautiful space. With Paramashiva's space happening in us, we will just blossom as Paramashiva. You will just know that I am Paramashiva because nothing else is there which is eternal. You are only left with Paramashiva, nothing else is there. So let's take few minutes, write down, and then we'll go to the manifesting powers.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham, Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of materialization is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
So beautiful. Here, Swamiji gives this sutra. This week we'll be using this sutra. This sutra is used for many times, for many Shaktis also, because it really opens up a new dimension in us. By aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, when again and again, when you look in the whole self, the identity does not have anything when you project it with your mind, but aiming and fixing the self instead, you go on the Shakti. When you are Paramashiva, if you understand, I am Paramashiva, I have 25 heads and hundreds of hands. If you really start feeling that you are the Paramashiva and connecting to Swamiji to reflect that whole space into your brain, simply that whole power, that which you cognize and willed, you have to decide to be that. You have to be that Paramashiva, 25 heads and hundreds hands, and you deciding inside you that, oh, I have this problem. I am Paramashiva. From the space of Paramashiva, what Paramashiva is saying, from deep gratitude and humbleness, let me ask Paramashiva what I should do. And whatever he gives, start living your life. Everything how you manifest now during the manifestation time. And every time for everything you start living Smarnatha Mukti. How Prahlada, for everything he said only Vishnu. The only thing he knew was Vishnu. Same way, the Andal, she evaporated. We only gave Ganesha the milk and milk evaporated into Ganesha. She really understood that the Vishnu was a deity in human form, and she just evaporated into that deity. Not even physically she was present after that. Just imagine, she just merged and just disappeared. And this is not myth. It has happened in many, and she's a 16-year-old girl. She doesn't want anybody other than Paramashiva or Vishnu for her. And she just disappeared into the whole thing, not giving just the milk. She herself disappeared. So understand, it is quite possible now that we know that milk disappears, we know very sure that he can also disappear into the Paramashiva space. So you deciding to hold that cognition, you not having that fear or guilt or self-doubt or anything, you just deciding completely and focused that I am Paramashiva. Paramashiva is me and I am manifesting as Parashakti. Swamiji simply mirror all that space into me, all the state that you are talking about, all the action that you're talking about, mirror into my brain. That is why we need a guru to copy everything into that our machine to make our Windows 1 to 10. When it becomes Windows 10, we know how we exist. We know how these things exist around us. So the uniting in oneness with the supreme power, embodiment of which is cognized and manifested, willed, is manifested at once. Once you have a clear decision, life happens for you. We are going to post the instruction, deep, intense levitation, not just up and down, but start floating. Once you understand you're the energy, you're not the gross matter. As long as you project your identity, you can say you're a gross matter. But once you understand, hey, you're not just the gross matter, you are the energy, you're the space of oneness with everything, the ultimate which is happening, the quantum space that we are. Once we understand we are living as a subtle and simply as energy in every form that we can just create, zillions of years are implanted inside the now. Now is the moment of Shrishti, Siddhi, Samhara, Prabhava, Anugraha. Constantly we contemplate on all these actions of Paramashiva and raising us in the states of Paramashiva. So deep chanting will reveal us all this intense levitation, large materialization, and going on playing with the time, because we can stretch how Bhishma did it, how Swamiji does it all the time. So you can also stretch the time as you want in your inner space. Everything is happening from your inner space. How the baby in the Kala, in the darkness, grows in the inner space. Same way, we also are developing everything. Our whole being is in the inner space. Once we understand that, we can start expanding that whole beautiful space with oneness with Paramashiva and manifest whatever reality we want. So here now let's sit straight, your backbone, your spine and head in a straight line. Deeply contemplate what did Paramashiva said about delusion. Why is he putting in delusion and why is he pulling it out? Contemplate everything. How does it affect myself in my going to work or me driving? What is happening actually inside me? Contemplate on the 25 actions which is happening now constantly and chant the Mahavakya inside you as though your being is vibrating with that. Just be the Mahavakya itself. Deep listening to what's happening to you. And simply you will manifest this reality. So we are going to play the Mahavakya now. And we are going to play the oneness also. Such a beautiful space that Swamiji has created for us. Take these moments to just be with that. Don't have any other thoughts. Anything else, we can work it out after 15 minutes. Right now, just be with the Mahavakya and deep listening onto the 25 actions of Paramashiva.
yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
Yes, that's a beautiful space. So just check your hands. The materialization happened, any experience happened, and please go ahead and post it in the poll. If you have a picture, please take the picture also, and you can update in the Kailash Courtyard. Such beautiful Swamiji always shows us with ultimate possibility. The more and more we are in oneness, the more and more we start manifesting. Yes, if more people could take, that will be really nice. That will give the full picture. Very few people have taken the poll. All these great truths, again and again, we imbibe in our life as a practical reality. It is said, as in research itself, how we become the universe itself and manifest our universe as Parashakti happening through us. We become a beautiful channel when Paramashiva possesses us as the reality. Being the channel of Paramashiva and manifesting as Parashakti is more sweeter than the identity that we are holding and constantly fighting and trying to prove something from that. It actually takes us off so many incompletions and makes us such a beautiful space that we know we are not bound by all these that is there. So I'm just going to share the poll. Yes, we have 75% manifestation and powerful cognition, 63%. I understand it's very, very getting into much deeper cognition. That's beautiful, but go ahead and share all these things. That's superb. The beautiful space of oneness that Paramashiva creates. Go ahead and share it all in the Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power page. Swamiji, when you share it in the group, and when you share to others, you share the page for them. I think Facebook, you are allowed to share the page, so you can share the page for them where all these are only in the power manifestation, all the details are there. So go ahead and share the Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power page and invite them for satsang. Such deep cognition, such deep revelations. Call your friends and family to experience this also. Maybe they'll be manifesting a lot more because they're so connected. Suddenly they realize the beautiful space they are. So go ahead and send it to everybody. See how Ganesha is drinking, see how the object is moving. Take 2-3 of the beautiful sharings that people have done and send them and ask them to contemplate. Hey, if you come and understand the science, you can also manifest all these powers. So beautiful. So with this, let's surrender all the Shaktis and powerful cognition to Swamiji's lotus feet. Everything Swamiji's happened to us as Leelas of Swamiji. So we are now blessed with great truth of 8 billion people. We are a selected few to experience all these things. So thank you, Swamiji, and surrender all that to Swamiji's lotus feet and ask him for in the deep prayer to make this cognition as our existential reality. In humble and gratitude space, simply Swamiji, make this happen. Like Swamiji says, please, please, please make it happen for me. So with that, let's sit straight, visualize Swamiji in the third eye and end with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanam Astu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, each and every one of you. See you in satsang. Bye-bye. Don't miss the satsang. See you in satsang. Bye.
Thank you, Ma.
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda.